Today we are going to continue with solving exponential equations. We're going to actually look at log equations. All right, so here's our first equation. This is example 9. This is the second day of, we're going to finish this packet. All right, you are going to have to apply all of the rules that you learned. So, on this left side, can you see a property that we can use? I see a plus sign, and both of these are the same base. How can we condense? It's all about condensing and rewriting so that you can solve this equation. So, how can you condense this left side? I have an ln x minus 3 plus ln 2x plus 1. Anyone think of a way to condense this? Yeah. In front? No, it's a plus sign. So do you know the product? Multiply. So it's going to be x minus 3 times 2x, 2x plus 1. Now, what about this 2? Can we do something with this 2? Giving you a hint. Where does this 2 go? It's the exponent. So does everyone agree with what we just used 2 properties? Now, what you can do, see this? You have an ln here and an ln here. That's that 1-to-1 property. You can cross these out. So see this ln? You can cross both of those out. So think of like dividing both sides by ln. So what you have here is x minus 3 times 2x plus 1 equals x squared. All we crossed out were the ln's. Now, how would we solve a problem like this? What should you do on the left side? FOIL. Yep, let's FOIL. You get 2x squared plus x minus 6x minus 3. Now, what would you do? Combine like terms. And what should you do with this x squared here? Bring it over. So, if you subtracted x squared, and added these two, you guys agree that's the polynomial that we have? Hopefully it's factorable, but this one's not. This one's not. So this is one of the cases where you're going to have to use the quadratic formula. So it's x is equal to, it's the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, it's going to be plus 12, all over 2 times 1 is 2. So the 2 answers you get are 5 plus and minus the square root of 37 over 2. Now when you look at these 2 numbers, one of them's positive and one of them's negative. The negative answer we have to toss out because if you were to replace a negative number here, what did we talk about the other day? It's no solution. So one of these answers is extraneous and it's the negative one. It's the 5 minus the square root of 37 over 2 is extraneous. So you throw that one out and the answer, the only answer is 5 plus the square root of 37 over 2. And if you want to convert it to a decimal, it's approximately 5.54. Okay, so let's keep working. 35. This is your homework. We're going to do them. 35. Give you a second. Look at the problem. What could you condense? Which side and what would it be? The right side. What would it be? I heard 22. Good job. Now you can cross out what? The LNs. So you have 3x minus 5 equals 22. What do you think you're gonna do next? Add 5, and then what? Divide by 3, and your answer is 9. And just take a second, and if you plug 9 in here, is it gonna work? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, set up 36. Cross out the logs. 4x minus 1 equals, I'm going to distribute 2x plus 2 and solve it. Subtract 2x, add 1. Did you get 3 halves? Is there anyone lost? 37. How would you condense this side? Actually, you can condense both sides. The left side would be the log of 3x minus 1 times 2, and the right side would be the log of 4 times x plus 2. We can cross those logs out. You get 6x minus 2 equals 4x plus 8. Subtract 4x. Add 2. What's your answer? 5? Easy? Okay, good. 38, they get harder. They do get harder. Aha! We have a subtraction one. What should you do? Divide. So it should be ln x plus 6 over 10. Do you agree with that? Equals ln x minus 1 over 2. Okay, what do you think you do next? Knock off these ln's. And yep, I heard someone say cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, everyone do it. What'd you get? I got 11 fourths. Yes? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Can I hear a suggestion? Yep, put the 2 with this, good job. Then what? Cross out those 2 letters, ln. What's your answers? It's plus or minus 6, but one of the answers we throw out. Which one? The negative, because you can't have a negative here. So your only answer is 6. Questions? Okay, how about the next one? What do you do with this 2? And this 3. Okay, cross these out. Isn't 4 to the third 64? Yes?
Yeah.
And then what's your answers? Plus or minus 8, but we're gonna throw negative 8 out, so the answer is only 8. You have to take the square root of both sides. 41. What's your first line? Someone tell me. ln what? X times x plus 1 equals ln what? 7? Do I put a 7 here? Do I add these up? 12. Be careful. Then what? Cross those two out, and what do you have? Equals 12. Then what? Bring 12 to the other side. Then what? Then what? Set each one equal to 0. You guys are doing great. Are both answers good? One of them's not going to work. -4 is not going to work, because if you put -4 here, no. So just do that. 3 is the only answer. Well, no. No. Negatives do work. If I had in here, something would make, then if I put a negative number in here and it turned positive, which there's many cases where you could have a positive, it would turn into a positive, then it would work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, 42, what would you do? Think about it. Left side, what did you write? What about the right side? Four to the 1/2 power. What's 4 to the 1/2 power? 2. That's the square root of 4. 2. So I'm going to cross these out, and I'm going to write 6x squared minus x equals, can I write 2? And do what? Oops. Minus x minus 2. I don't know if this is factorable. Is it factorable, anyone?
Yeah.
It is? What does it factor be?
3x minus 2 and 2x plus 1.
Okay, so 6x squared, let's check this out, 2, very good. So what are your two answers? 2/3 and -1/2. Now we want to be careful. Right, I know that one won't work because of that, right there. The -1/2. The 2/3, if you did 2/3 here, yep, that's fine. So 2/3 is your only answer. Okay, 43. What would you write? Three over x plus 5. Good job. Then what? Cross those out. So you have x is equal to 3 over x plus 5. What would you do next? Cross multiply. So you get x squared plus 5x equals 3. This one, guess what you have to do? Yeah, and isn't this the same as the first example we did? Is it? Looks like the same numbers.
It is.
It is?
I don't know that it's a positive.
Yeah, it's a positive 5. So what you have to do now is use the quadrat. I'm going to run out of room. So it's the opposite of b, so -5 plus or minus the square root 25 minus 4 times 1 times -3 all over 2. So the only thing different about this one, it's going to be a -5. There's your two answers. So x is equal to -5 plus and minus the square root of 37 over 2, what? But what? But one of those answers is not gonna work, the negative one won't work. So your only answer is, I'm gonna write it sideways here, x equals negative 5 plus the square root of 37 over 2. Here's your answer. Cross out the negative one. Okay, as we move on, it's getting harder. What do you do for 44? It's a plus sign. So it's gonna be ln two x plus 3 times x equals ln e. What crosses out now? Just the ln's. So you have 2x squared plus 3x equals e. What's e?
2.70.
It's about that. And now, what you would have to do is use the quadratic formula, okay? And you'd finish it that way. So A would be 2, B would be 3, and C would be E. So you could do, when you do your quadratic formula, x is equal to, it's the opposite of B, so negative 3 plus or minus 9 minus 4 times 2, you could put an E here. Actually, it's going to be negative E all over 4. So you can finish it that way. Just, we're not going to finish it, but that's how you would finish that problem. You can use, some people use 2.718, some people will just simplify it with E. Now, these next ones, what's the answer? You want to know what the answer is? I'll give you the answer. Go back to it. The what?
Oh, never mind, I'm already scoring it. I was like, what?
Now, here would be another way to write this answer. And I'm going to show you the book. It's quite quicker this way. Negative 3 plus or minus 9, square root of 9 plus 8e over 4. Just leave your answer like that. And then it says only the negative 3 plus that is a solution. So jot that down. They left it as e. Some people would turn it, the e, into a decimal and finish it and give you a numerical answer instead of with the e. You guys got that? Does that make sense? All right, now these last 6 are a smidge different. They're not that bad. Check this left side out. How would you simplify the left side? How would you simplify that? X plus 9 over what? Now, you can't cross out the ln. And every year, I see students cross this out and they do that problem. It's wrong. So you can't make up a rule. You can only cross an ln out if you have an ln on the other side. And every year I see students do this. They cross this out. You don't have the right to cross something out if it's not on the other side. So now, what do you do when you can't cross both two things out? You can't cross this out. You know what you're going to do? Rewrite it in exponential form. You've got, what is the base here? This is log base e. Okay, it's an e. It is an e. This is what this problem reads. So you're going to convert this to exponential. It would be e to the first power is equal to x plus 9 over x. And now what you do is, you could leave the e in and solve for x, or some people would convert this to 2.718, cross multiply, 2.718x equals x plus 9, subtract 1, am I going too fast? Subtract 1, you get 1x, 1.718x equals 9. You need a calculator. 9 divided by 1.7. I got for my answer 9 divided by 1 point, I got about 5.23. I think that's right. So 5.23. So do you understand? You want to convert them. So try the next one. I want you to think about this for a second. There's a couple different ways I could teach you how to do this one. Does anyone have a suggestion about rearranging these around so you can condense one side? You have an ln 2x plus 1 on one side, you have an ln x minus 2 on the other side. What do you think?
Subtract one of the ln's maybe.
Yep, you got it. That's what I would do. I would bring this over here, I would write ln 2x plus 1, you can't condense this, because you don't have an ln here. I would make this minus ln, L-I-N, ln. What should we do with this minus 1? Push it to the other side. So did everybody see the rearranging process here? Now why did you rearrange it, Aaron? So you can do what?
Dividing.
Divide, yep. So you've got ln, you have 2x plus 1 over x minus 2. Did I do it right? Now you can't cross the ln out because there's not an ln on the other side. So you're going to rewrite this. What's the base here? E to the first power equals 2x plus 1 over x minus 2. Huh? Are you guys okay?
No, we just did it all wrong. I thought I had it right.
Yeah.
So now you're going to convert this to 2.718. So you've got 2.718 equals, I didn't give you a lot of room, did I?
One way.
So how are you going to solve for x now? Cross multiply, this times this, so you get 2.718. Two 2.718 times x is 2.718. Let's just do 7.2. I know you're running out of room. You guys are spoiled.
What?
So, get paper. Like I did. Now right sideways. Then what? What do you do next? I turned that to 2.72. What do you do next? I'm going to subtract 2 from x. So what do you get? 0.72x minus 5.44 equals 1. Boy, this makes you, huh?
What?
Add 5.44. And you get 6.44. I know, I heard it. And 8.94. Did you get that?
I got 8.96. 3
Okay, 40, can we move on? 47?
I have room for 40.
Okay, help, what do I do? 47.
Fine. I'll put your number on
Come on,
Come on.
what? Combine what? Log X. How am I combining? Am I adding them?
No, you
Because
won't.
every year I see students add these. What do I do? Add? Oh, okay. Okay, can I cross this log off? Can I just knock that off like that? No, what do I need to do? Rewrite it. What is the base? Is it E? It's 10. Good job.
No.
10? Because there's nothing there.
But how do you know if it's E?
Because if it were ln, it would be E. ln means log base E. When there's no, this is a common law. 10.
Okay.
10 to the first power is what? Is what?
X
squared
squared
minus
minus
3.
Good job. Now what? Do what?
Yeah. This is factorable. Yay.
Oh, yay. What's this factorable to be?
X minus 5.
Oh, there we go.
So what are your answers?
5.
5.
Just 5. Why? Because that's going to be extreme.
Look at us learning.
So far, no, I'm learning.
The last 3, I'm sorry, there's no room, so you have to maybe take a little sheet of paper or write very small. Write small. Okay, so tell me the condensing part. What do you write? Multiplication. Okay, Hannah, what's the base?
10.
10. So this is 10 to the first power equals, do you want to factor it right now?
Yes.
X squared plus x minus 2. Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Okay, next, what do you do? So x squared plus 10, plus x minus 12. Huh?
Never mind.
And then factor it. Can you believe I fit this on here?
No.
The answers are -4 and 3.
Just 3.
Just 3. Good.
Yeah.
Why not -4?
Because it's negative.
Because it would put, if we put a -4 here, we get negative. Whew.
This is stressing me.
Are you stressed?
Yeah, no, this little tiny space.
Okay, 49. What are you gonna do on 49?
No, I don't know.
Square second and.
Would you square it?
No,
Okay,
yeah, square.
let's do it. 10 to the second, I heard, that's good. 10 to the second is equal to x squared minus 1. Now, how would I get rid of this side? This is 100, right?
Square it again.
Oh, good job. Square it again. If you square that again and square that again, that becomes 10,000, and this is x squared minus 1. Then what? Add 1. You guys are so smart. Then what?
Isn't it 11?
10,
No, 11
0, 0, 1.
Oops.
It's gonna be a decimal.
I
I got 100. I got 100. 0.0049. I'll take that. That's your answer.
She hates you.
Okay, next. Ooh, this is the hardest one and we're done. What's the base? What's the base? 10 to the what? Equals what?
Oh, yeah.
Can I rewrite this? Well, let's rewrite it. Let's rewrite it as x squared plus 21x to the 1/3 power. Now, can anyone think of a way to get rid of this 3 here and this 3?
Oh, come on.
Did everyone see what I did? I turned this into a rational exponent.
Yes.
If I raise this to the 3rd power and raise this to the 3rd power, did that make sense?
Yeah.
So what you have here is 100, because 10 squared is 100, equals x squared plus 21x. That wasn't so bad. Then what?
You gotta factor this.
Guess what? It's factorable.
It's actually 25.
So 25.
Good job. Good job. So bring 100 over. Oh, it's minus 100. Miranda, what is it? Plus 25? Look at you. She did that. She wasn't complaining. Okay, so what's your answer for 50?
4.
It's just, why are we calling that out? Okay, it's gonna be extraneous.
I done.
Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. Negative 25 does work because, look at this, my mistake. I just thought about it. Why is, now this is a good problem to talk about for a second. Why, there's 2 reasons why this is actually, that's gonna, when you square that, it's gonna turn positive, right? And it's gonna be very big, so it's when you're gonna end up getting a positive number, I believe. But also, when you take the cube root of a number, you can take the cube root of a negative number. So this answer is good, so is that one, they both work.
All my rules.
But